Hi everyone, just wanted to make a quick video to let you know I have a podcast about making trailers. It's called The Cutdown, and it's part of the Idle Thumbs podcast network. You can go to the site at cutdowncast.com, and it's on all the places you might listen to podcasts like iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and Google Play. Links are in the description. My co-host is Rick Thomas. He's a movie trailer editor who works in Hollywood. Right now we release episodes on Friday every 2 weeks, and in each episode we discuss a few trailers which caught our eye and what we liked about them. Then we dive into a topic. So far we've talked about our personal history with trailers and how we got our jobs, trailers and their relationship with spoilers, trailer editing trends like the INCEPTION, our process for starting a new trailer, and how we got our job working in trailers. Here's an excerpt from our most recent episode with our tips for getting work in the industry. What advice would you give to someone who is in a city which does not have a trailer place, and for various reasons, maybe they can't move to one of these cities maybe yet, but they just have to kind of stick it out, but they still want to get there eventually? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, I think there's lots you can do these days. When we started, editing equipment was a lot less accessible than it is now. But really, there's no barrier these days to just kind of cutting away. And I know people in the industry who've got their jobs through fan-made trailers on YouTube, and people have seen them and said, actually, would you like to work for us? Immerse yourself in trailers, take that content, re-edit them, try something in a different genre, really kind of stretch your skills, and also research as much as you can. And just a kind of general enthusiasm, really, watch trailers, watch everything that's out there, see what people are doing, see what you could do to kind of subvert that and build a reel. Like I say, there's kind of no barrier to doing that. You don't need the material. Even Derek, who is a successful trailer editor, makes fan trailers for games to kind of...
Still.
to scratch that itch and to kind of do interesting things with material. You can get the centered dialogue stem from 5.1 Audio. We usually have clean dialogue. You can use that. You can use music. Library companies now put their music out on YouTube. You can download it, give them credit. There's lots of kind of royalty-free music that's out there. There are really great fan trailer creators out there. There's people on YouTube. Editing is Everything is one who cuts cinematic trailers for YouTube vlogs. Try and do something interesting, find where there's a gap in the market, create that content, and kind of make a reel from nothing, really. There is no barrier to doing that.
Yeah, the other advice that I would give someone who is looking to get in, but maybe they can't be in one of the cities which actually has a trailer place, is to just get work at a video post-production place, just to get used to working in that kind of environment where there's maybe lots of stress and there's a lot of deadlines, because just being able to work in that kind of environment is really, really helpful, especially once you get to a trailer house, because trailer houses can be pretty hectic, especially when it's very busy. They're pretty much busy all the time. And if you can be ready for that sort of pace of work, then that'll make you really valuable. I remember when I worked a little bit for Sony PlayStation in San Diego, and at the time, I didn't actually have a lot of finished trailer work, especially for games, because after that movie trailer job, I worked at like an anime DVD production house, and I made some trailers, which they're okay, but it wasn't really good reference for games necessarily. So I used some of my fan trailers for games like Uncharted or Metal Gear Solid 4 as my reel for this PlayStation job. And I got the job. It was just a freelance thing. But I remember one time we had a production meeting, and during the meeting, I had some things to say and some suggestions for kind of how to move forward with something. And I remember my producer, he came up to me afterwards and he said, "Oh, I thought you were just a YouTuber. I didn't realize you had like experience." So like, if you have that work experience, then that really makes you much more valuable. We also have forums for the podcast on the Idle Thumbs website, which I've included a link to below, so come over to discuss the episodes after you're done listening. If you have any questions you'd like answered on the show, please leave a comment below and I'll add them to the queue. I hope you like the show, and if you do, please leave us a review on iTunes and share with your friends. It will really help us reach a wider audience. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit that bell, and as always, have fun!